In this demo, we'll be looking at how to use Azure Language Translator along with the other AI models that we saw in the previous demo. This demo would be very short in time. The feature that I'm going to showcase is how a user can type an email and translate that automatically using the Azure AI language services in any other foreign language that he or she want to, and then send that email to the recipients automatically. Plus, I'm also using PowerApps to have an Outlook configured within the PowerApps just to stay on the same Power App menu so they don't have to toggle between the screens. And the solution used here, as you can see here, Power Platform, Azure OpenAI, and Language Translator. No code involved, pretty much drag and drop and then configure the UI and easy to go. This can be built in less than 3 to 4 hours time and go into production. So let's go and take a look at the app and see what it does. Before we get into the actual Azure Language Translator app, I want to refresh that in the past demo, I showed all of these models that you see here on the screen. And one of them was language detection, which kind of detects the language based on the keyword that you get from your business documents. It could be email, chat, invoice, purchase order, procurement order, or anything that comes from your supplier, vendor, distributor, reseller, colleagues, right? And in this demo, we would not only just detect, which we have seen already, we would also want to translate that automatically and then make it as a meaningful use case. So now I'll switch into the Translator app, which is again built on Power Apps. I go into the app, have a few menus here. The one in the top is you could choose the users that you want to mail to. If you want to send it to internal folks within your organization, business unit, and if you have Azure Active Directory and Modern Workplace, ID and email, it automatically pulls those users' names so you don't have to key in all the users' name. And then the native experience of Outlook, pretty much like with subject and message text and stuff like that. The point to note here is I've made English as a default language to translate, but you could choose any of the languages that you want to. There's all the language that's listed coming from Azure Language Services. And not only from English to the foreign language, you could flip this into foreign language to English as well. Because in most of the other countries, like in Japan, they always want to write the emails in Japanese. And so you have to translate that into English, not from English to Japanese, just an example, right? So that's all configurable, pretty easy and straightforward. Now let's compose an email and test it out. So I'm going to choose my email ID here. The moment I type, it would select my name here. And I'm going to compose a test email. And we could choose whichever way you want to translate. I'm going to choose Greek. So I hope it's successfully translated into Greece because I'm not a speaker of Greece. However, you could just drop down and use and select various other languages that you want to. It's all coming from the language translator solution. So there's nothing that you wanted to code. The system would automatically pick anything that you want to change. As you can see here, it picks every language that's available into the translated language that you want to. So we'll stop here and then we'll send an email. So I'm going to click on send email. The email has been sent automatically. Now you could go back to the email and see if this text has been emailed to that particular person. Now what I've also done is I've created a button here which says Outlook. And if I click on that, it will open an Outlook, but not the traditional Outlook. This is more on built on PowerApps. Just to show you, you could use PowerApps to natively connect with every other modern workplace 365 or Office 365 solution and services. So that way I don't need to really open up my Outlook to show this demo. As you can see here, this is what we typed on this app, and you saw that email coming in Outlook over here. Now, if you still want to go ahead and look that in Outlook, that's totally possible. So I'm coming to the traditional native Outlook app, if you will, and you would see that email in here as well. So very handy little app, pretty much it with the demo. I hope it was useful, and you could get started quickly and go into production by building this app and enabling those translator services for your business communications. Thank you.